From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your afternoon update.
Dennis's Heating and Air Conditioning is Northern California's premier heating and air conditioning contractor. From residential housing, large commercial projects, installation to repair, sheet metal fabrication, and everything in between, we are your go-to heating and air conditioning specialist.
Well, definitely an overcast day out there today. Of course, seeing the rain here on the coast as expected. That's where the bulk of rain has been and will be. There you can see Crescent City at Battery Point. There you can see the wet pavement there out at Elk Country, just north of Trinidad. Still a lot of cloud cover hanging around, and this is again where most of the rain has been out there this morning. Take a look at some of the rainfall totals. Now, as you head northward, this is where we've seen most of the rain along the coast. In Eureka proper itself, not much, only about 1/10 of an inch of rainfall, but you head north in Arcata, about 1/4 of an inch, as well as Trinidad, but Crescent City, yeah, over 1/2 of an inch so far this morning. Smith River about the same. This should say Gasky, not Gacky. Gasky, that's a typo. I apologize for that. I know it's Gasky. There you can see about 0.40 and out at Hoopa 0.06. So it looks like, again, some areas much more impressive than others. By the way, did you feel it? There were a lot of earthquakes out there this morning on the north coast here, in particular near Eureka and of course south of that as well. Now, what I did is I went ahead and filtered it for magnitude 2.0 and higher, and you can see the ones near Eureka were actually off the coast. A 4.0 actually, pretty big actually, at 3:31 this morning, and about 7:15 this morning, about a 3.1. Now you head south where there's a bit more activity there. Here's Honeydew. There's Highway 101. So you can see here anywhere from a 2.4 at 3:23 this morning to about a 4.8 at 3:20. So again, very early in the morning. Many of us were probably asleep. So if you weren't awake, most likely you didn't feel it, but I'm sure a lot of you, if you were awake, may have felt a lot of those rumbles here out there this morning. Let's take a look at what it looks like in the valley. Now, of course, it's been dry. You may have noticed those clouds moving in, but no rain as of yet. And quite honestly, as I look at some of the latest forecast models through the morning here and even into this afternoon, and backing off on the potential for rain in the valley. We'll take a look at that here in a second. But showers return today, especially for the north coast, Siskiyou County. But east of that, boy, I tell you, just not much promise as far as rain is concerned. And then across the board, dry and warmer here for tomorrow. And really, it's trending warmer for most of this week before it cools off again this weekend here. All right, so let's take a look at the satellite image here. And there you can see all of the clouds that are moving on in, and of course some of the rain that is associated with it. Now we take a look at the latest forecast model data here. This is looking at Futurecast. Here's the cold front. Still looking at that cold front and kind of bringing some rain out to the north coast, but parts of central western Siskiyou County and into Trinity County as well. But again, most of it has been along the coast. But look what happens. I mean, yes, it is showing the potential for some of this activity making its way into places like Redding and parts of the valley, but it just really starts to kind of fizzle out. Here's 5 p.m. today. And again, we could see a stray sprinkle, maybe a light shower for some of us in the valley, but overall, the bulk of it has pretty much moved through, and this storm system is just dying out as it moves across the valley. Eastern mountains, there's a very good chance many of you could get through the day without even seeing a drop of rain, if at best maybe a trace in some spots here. El Turris, Modoc County, again too, also probably not seeing much in the way of rain there. And then as we go through the day tomorrow, we've got clearing skies with the exception of the coast, still seeing some clouds, but dry. And we're going to keep it dry for the rest of the week. Here's some of the rainfall totals, and as mentioned, most of it is going to be along the coast. And quite honestly, I mean, this is way off. I mean, way, way off, because we've already seen over 1/2 an inch. So we can't really look at these totals and go, oh, this is exactly how much we're going to see, because we're seeing just how inaccurate it is, right? But what it does is it tells the story. Where's most of the rain going to be? Right here. Trinity County westward, central Siskiyou County westward as well. East of that, not much rain. You know, looking at the forecast model between early this morning when I was doing my last record and just before I came on here, the model data was actually showing nothing for Redding. But now, as I'm recording this, it's showing about 1/100 of an inch of rainfall in Redding. But bottom line is this. We could see a trace maybe a little bit of measurable rainfall for some of us in the valley, especially for Redding. As you head south towards Chico, the chances of accumulating rainfall are going to be slimmer. But then as you head eastward, same thing. Chances of accumulating rainfall are very slim, but you can see a trace to maybe a few hundreds here and there. But overall, this is not a very big storm system. And what we got to track here next is this ridge of high pressure. It's building in. Temperatures warming up as early as Wednesday with highs around 90 in the valley and even some of the inland areas. It peaks on Thursday before that moves out. Now, we've got some cooler air coming in from our west that'll be coming in by Saturday, Sunday. As of right now, I'm mainly seeing cooler temperatures and not much in the way of rain. This system looks to be a bit moisture starved, and if we do see any rain, it will be very minimal. It's not until sometime around Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week that we can see some cooler air here swing down and move right through Northern California, and that will not only bring us cooler temperatures, but a better potential for rain. But that is over a week away. We can't really place our bets on that one just yet. Let's take a look at our wave heights. Of course, today still fairly high. I don't anticipate them to drop much, but they will drop slightly going into your Tuesday. Your marine forecast. Now, we're looking at mainly data from this morning. This evening, we'll have some of the latest data coming in for tomorrow, but low tide was at 7:07 this morning. Your high tide will be at 1:26, so just shortly here. And there you can see your sunrise was at 7:27. Your sunset tonight at 6:36, of course, with some of those rain showers, mainly this morning, the heaviest rainfall. So this is where the bulk of the rain is. That's where the mainly cloudy skies are. And say central, western Siskiyou County, best chances for rain. Eastern Siskiyou County, Modoc, slim chances for rain through the day today as you head east as well. We could see a stray sprinkle or light shower for many of us in the valley, but don't count on much. Don't cancel any of those outdoor plans. Let's take a look at your forecast, your 7-day outlook, and there you can see the rain from Mount Shasta, El Turris, and Susanville. Mainly cloudy skies, a stray sprinkle today. Otherwise, dry for the rest of the week. The peak of the warming trend, even in the mountains, will be on Thursday. For the valley, we've got temperatures topping out as early as Wednesday with temperatures around 90. Could get a little over 90 by Thursday before temperatures start to drop again. Now, for now, I'm keeping the weekend dry. We'll certainly keep a close eye on that storm system as it pulls through. But the main impact at this point looks to be much cooler temperatures over the weekend. Here's your North Coast 7-day outlook. There's the rain today. And again, it's going to start to taper off here through the afternoon and not to mention this evening, drying out for the rest of the week, warming up too. I mean, even the coast getting up to close to 70, can you believe it, by Thursday, Friday, and then looks like in the upper 80s, maybe touching 90 degrees for some of us inland here as we go into Thursday. Otherwise, Trinity County looking pretty nice too with temperatures in the mid to upper 80s.